The fact that DeMarvion Overshown suffered another season-ending injury. This is back-to-back years, by the way, that this has happened. It's really sad because he's been playing like at least a Pro Bowler this season, and for his season to end like that, like him just tearing his knee apart, it's just extremely hard to watch. I feel super bad for all the Cowboys fans that had to go through that injury. Oh man, I really do hope he has a speedy recovery. From a Falcons fan, please have a speedy recovery, DeMarvion. Anyways, welcome back to Grizzly Talks Football. We got week 15 NFL predictions. And just the predictions. Yeah, I already did the playoff rankings on Monday, so there is no need to do playoff rankings today. The first round of the college football playoff starts on 2 weeks from now. So I believe this upcoming Monday I will be doing the bracket predictions. Just keep that in mind. But anyways, if you are watching this series for the first time, I will leave a link in the description with the entire playlist so that you guys can watch every episode, that you're all caught up, and you'll also have it for future episodes whenever I post them, which is going to be every Monday through Wednesday. That is until, the playoffs roll around in the NFL. Because by then, the college football season would have been done. Also, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down there and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Make sure you smash that like button. I went 8-5 in week 14. Not terrible, but not great either. Yeah, this was one of my worst ones. I was a fool for picking some of those teams, but I only have myself to blame. My new record heading into this week is 134-74. Let's hope to get better. Without further ado, let's get to the games. Kicking off this week with Thursday Night Football, we got the Rams playing at the 49ers in the NFC West matchup. Both of these teams are coming off big wins. Rams outlasting the Bills, and the 49ers absolutely putting belt to ass on the Bears. I know people are going to say, come on, it's just the Bears, but the 49ers also did not have Nick Bosa playing that game. If the 49ers can only allow the Bears to score 13 points without Nick Bosa, imagine what they're going to do against the Rams. I mean, the Bears' offense is a little worse. Actually, way worse. But I do still have the 49ers winning by a score 34-28. I see this being close. Defense has been having some kind of inconsistencies, but offense has been pretty solid for the most part. As for the Rams, I have no faith in their defense whatsoever. They got some good pass rush. Unfortunately, the secondary, they have some tendency to make big plays, but not all the time. This is basically a contention spot for the NFC West, like a detention game. Like, whoever wins this game has a legit shot. If Seattle does lose in Sunday Night Football, which I will be talking about a little bit later, will be in prime position to try to steal the NFC West title. Well, there's a couple more games left, still a lot of football to be played, so not certain, but I think 49ers will win a close one in this Thursday night matchup. Kicking off the Sunday 1 o'clock slate. I'm doing this in Eastern time, by the way, for those of y'all who are confused. Anyways, to kick that slate off, we got the Commanders playing at the Saints. Very fit at the receiver, and Taysom Hill's injury is really going to hurt the New Orleans team. I have Washington winning 30-17. Saints will keep it competitive for at least the first half, but then the second half hits and Washington pulls away. Washington has a really good defense, and their offense is spectacular under Jaden Daniels. It's just, it's going to be hard to stop if you're not a good team. And unfortunately, the Saints are a bad team. Up next, we got the Chiefs playing at the Browns. Are we being for real here? Chiefs win 27-24. This game is somehow going to be another close game. Cleveland is at home as well, so I'm hoping the Browns can pull off an upset, but it's very unlikely. Chiefs are going to pull something out of their ass again, and they're going to beat the Browns by one score again because their defense can't finish games. I mean, finish games when it should be a blowout. Up next, we got the Bengals playing at the Titans. By the way, I still do not believe that the Titans are the best pass defense in the league. I just refuse to believe that. As one of the worst teams in the league, there's no way. Regardless of that, I just can't pit the Titans after the travesty I saw last week. I have Bengals winning 38-21. Yeah, this game's not going to be close. Defense is going to let up a couple touchdowns, unsurprisingly, but the Bengals' offense is elite, and if they had a good defense, they would be Super Bowl contenders by now, but they don't. Up next, we got the Dolphins playing at the Texans. This is the first even matchup of the week. Come on, NFL, you could do better. Obviously, these guys have some solid offenses and some good defenses. This is going to be hard to pick. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I think the Dolphins' defense might be a little bit too inconsistent at the moment, which is why I'm picking the Texans to win 27-24. This game is going to be very close. It's really going to come down to either a game-winning field goal or a final drive. I believe the Houston Texans are going to be the ones that have the ball last. Both have extremely solid offenses. They have some playmakers. It's just the defense is what it comes down to. And the defense of Miami is really concerning because they are a bit inconsistent for my liking. That is exactly why I'm picking Houston. Sorry, Tyler TNT, if you're watching. Up next, we got the Ravens playing at the Giants. Ravens win 38-13. The Giants' main strength is running the ball because they sure as hell can't throw the ball, well, not consistently. Ravens have one of the worst pass defenses in the league, but they also have one of the best rushing defenses in the league. So this is going to be a little bit of a struggle for the Giants to even generate any sort of points. Except for the kicker, if he can make field goals. Yeah, I think this game is going to be over by halftime. Up next, we got the Jets playing at the Jags. Blah, this is so bad. We got a 3-win Jets team against a 3-win Jacksonville team. This is embarrassing. The Jets do tend to beat up on some bad teams. Just ask the Titans and the Patriots. With all jokes aside, the Jets, I believe, are going to win by a score of 21-14. This is not going to be enjoyable whatsoever. At least the New York Jets at least have a pulse. The Jacksonville is just lifeless. Up next, we got another stinker of the game, and this is also the last game of the 1 p.m. slate. The Cowboys are playing at the Panthers. You have no idea how bad this game is. This game is so bad that Carolina is favored for the first time in about 2 years. But honestly, the wrong team is favored. I think Dallas is going to absolutely go medieval on Carolina, 30-13. This game won't be close. No offense to Bryce Young, but he's going to have a problem with Micah Parsons being able to shed through that offensive line. I expect him to get at least 2 sacks. And as for the offense, go CeeDee Lamb, Rico Dowdle. You're going to have a field day. Kicking off the 74-25 slate, we got the Bucs playing at the Chargers. The second pretty much even matchup of the week. No, seriously, this game is actually going to be very difficult to pick because on one hand, we have the Bucs who have a very high-powered offense and defense is still pretty good as well. And we got one team that has an elite defense and a subpar offense. If the Chargers can defend the rushing game well, they shouldn't have a problem on defense. And if the offense can generate some points, it could really put Tampa Bay in trouble. I think the Chargers are going to win a close one, 20-13. There won't be very many points scored because both teams have some good defenses. Well, Chargers have an elite defense. But still, I am a firm believer in defense wins championships, especially the better ones. And I think the Chargers have the better defense in this matchup. Therefore, I think the Chargers will win this game at home. Up next, we got the Colts playing at the Broncos. I really want to pick the Colts in this matchup. However, the Broncos are just way too good. I think Denver is going to win. I believe it's going to be a defensive shootout. 17-14 is the final, from my opinion. Bo Nix has proven himself to be a very reliable quarterback. Defense is one of the best for Denver. Indianapolis has a solid defense as well. Don't you forget that. It's just which offense is going to make the plays when they matter the most. I think the Broncos offense will more than likely to do so. Coming up next, we got the Patriots playing at the Cardinals. Kyler Murray has had some missteps along the way, but this is a great time to bounce back. I think the Cardinals are going to win this game 28-14. No offense to Drake May, but the Patriots are just flat out terrible. They need to beef up their roster, improve it a lot. For Arizona, their offense is very solid. Defense continues to be underrated. Do not sleep on that defense. Cardinals are going to win this game, and to be honest, I think this might be over at halftime as well. Next up, we got the Bills playing at the Lions. How this game didn't get picked for America's Game of the Week, I will never know, because this is two double-digit win teams. I know the other matchup has double-digit win teams too, but these are two of the best teams in the league going against each other. Both these teams have elite offenses. Bills' defense did not exactly play well against the Rams, but that was because they had an extremely elite offense. The Lions also have an elite offense. This is going to be a bit of a hot take because I know a lot of people are going to pick the Lions, but I think their winning streak is coming to an end. The Buffalo Bills are going to end the Lions' winning streak 34-31. It's not that I think the Lions are frauds. They're not even close to being frauds. It's more the fact that there's going to be that one game that Detroit slips up on besides Tampa Bay. This is really the most likely game they will, other than the 49ers or Vikings. The Bills' defense cannot play down to the Lions at all. If they give them an early lead, it's going to be difficult to catch them. Best case scenario, Buffalo gets an early lead, and they hold on to it the entire way. In the final game of the Sunday 4-25 slate, we got the Steelers playing at the Eagles. Unfortunately, I think the frauds are going to be exposed. And I'm talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Philadelphia is going to win by a score of 38-28. It's not that I think the Steelers are bad at all. They have an elite defense. They have a very good offense. It's just the Eagles are just a better team. If Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown could get over their issues and actually play well against a team like the Steelers, who have a very impressive defense, they should be fine. You had a great run, Pittsburgh. You had an amazing run. But it ends here against Philly. For the Sunday Night Football matchup, we got the Packers playing at the Seahawks. This game is actually going to be tough to predict because as much as the NFC West is a wild card to even be remotely close to competing for a Super Bowl, the Packers have had some pretty bad losses. Nah, I'm just kidding. They lost to the Vikings and twice to the Lions. They have some good losses. It's more of the fact that both of these defenses are very, very solid. It's just which offense is going to be better. Flat out going to be better. Charbonnet had a breakout game last week, and Josh Jacobs got 3 touchdowns on Thursday night. So this is going to be hard to pick. Besides Chicago, the NFC North is one heck of a juggernaut division. I think the Packers are going to outlast the Seahawks 31-28. Seahawks are really going to struggle with the rushing defense, especially when you have to defend a guy named Josh Jacobs. And with no update on Kenneth Walker, I don't know if he's going to be playing. He probably will, but the Packers defense has proven time and time again they are not to be messed around with. Sure, they gave up 34 points to the Lions, but come on, those are the Lions. Any other team they play on Thursday Night Football, they absolutely gum-smack them. Pretty much. Unfortunately, Seattle is going to get the wrong end of the stick on Sunday night. And we got another doubleheader on Monday night. First up, we got the Bears playing at the Vikings. Thomas Brown is the interim head coach, and he's still having the same issues with the offensive line. Yeah, the Vikings are going to steamroll the Bears. I say 34-10. This won't be close. Sam Darnold has proven himself to be an MVP candidate when you're not on a team like New York or Carolina. I really do hope they do the same thing with Daniel Jones or J.J. McCarthy, depending on, what they can utilize them for. But as of right now, Minnesota is looking like a very elite team with a real shot at making the NFC Championship. In the final game this week on Monday night at 8:30, because the Bears-Vikings game is at 8, we got the Falcons playing at the Raiders in Vegas. Falcons, don't be like Calvin Ridley betting on games in Vegas. Come on now, you guys know better. All jokes aside, Atlanta should win 27-13. If we can't beat the Raiders, there's a huge problem, not only with our quarterback situation, but also with our head coach job. I think he's going to be on the hot seat if we lose to the Raiders. That's just my opinion. But seriously, get the damn job done, or have someone who will. And that is going to do it for this episode of Grizzly Talks Football. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you smash that like button, hit the red subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. This is the Grizz, and that's all from me. And until next time, see you guys later. Peace.